Welcome to ECON 398, Blog 2. My name is Ryan, and we are going to continue where we left off last time. We talked a little bit about the class itself and how we feel about it and where we planned on going. And now we're going to talk a little bit about where we've been. So far, the class itself has been really good. Definitely material I'm very interested in. We've really had like a really kind of quick little crash course on economics in general, something that I did not know a lot about, and feel that I've really kind of gotten to grab a hold of a lot of the principles of economics really quickly through this class. Prior to this, honestly, I'll admit I didn't really even know what the difference was between fiscal and monetary policy, and now I feel like I have a really good grasp of that and really can myself actually make a little more of an educated decision on what's going on, and just I feel much more educated about stuff I'm reading and stuff I'm hearing just from this quick little crash course we've had just on the economics. The political process in general, something else that we've been looking a lot at. We had a small debate, kind of a sidebar almost about term length and where we think it should be, and whether or not, the president's had enough time to do what he needs to do. Obviously, we can see that there is a recovery going on, and things are changing, and changing for the better. They're just changing kind of slow. Do we need things to change a little faster? Yeah, I think it would help, but the fact that they're still moving in the right direction, I think is good. And I think this is good, obviously, for the political process. I don't know that we need to do anything different to the process. I think that it is very effective, because if someone was in there too long, then how do we make a change then? So I think that the process is great. I really, think that we've looked, at it maybe a little distant. I think it'd be great if we kind of looked at the political process itself a little more. I mean, obviously this is an econ class, and we have focus on economics, which I think is great, and I'm super happy. But myself, through my final paper, I will look at the process a little bit as well, and it will be a major point of my paper, how I look at the process. The readings as well have been really good. I've gotten some really good stuff out of especially the current events folder that professor's been posting. Really good stuff, just stuff that I may not find out there or have time to find. I'm very busy working, school, everything. So I don't get the opportunity to dive around and look for stuff to read as often as I'd like. And the book itself has also been a great addition to the class, really adding a philosophical touch to the actual class, something that I just can't seem to escape here in my liberal arts education that I'm getting, especially pursuing the liberal arts major. It seems like everything I touch on really has a philosophical side to it, really thinking hard about things. And the book, Righteous Minds, really is helping us think about things from a lot of different perspectives too. Maybe why people make these decisions they do. Are they born with it? Is it forced? How is this really happening? So, the book, the first book has really been really eye-opening on how people actually pursue this process, I guess. The technology, the iPad is fantastic. I don't think that I could describe it with a better word. I think that it's actually probably almost prompted me to buy my own iPad. I've downloaded apps and spent already some pretty good money just on fun toys for myself for the school's iPad. My whole music collection is already on it, and I know that it'll all be wiped soon, but that's all right with me, because I think that it's certainly something that I can see myself using shortly down the road. I added books from other classes on it. It's been just a really, really great tool to take to school, to have with me at all times, so I can do some reading or do some research or whatever whenever I need to. It's a really, really effective tool. And the survey, I think, is really good too. Obviously, the question's a little general. I don't think that we could prod people too deeply without possibly offending some people. It's just crazy how some people just really hide that vote. I mean, even people close to me, family members who I've had do this, still don't want to let that information out. Um, I think someone had mentioned earlier about when they were a child, their mom wouldn't even let them come in the voting booth with them. That's the same kind of thing with my family. Um, and some people in general, it's just a very personal thing, and I think that I've seen that through a lot of people. For me, the one thing with the survey, it's just been a little difficult for me to get a lot of responses. Um, I work from home a lot, and I also work in the field a little bit too as a field sales rep. Um, and I've been a little uncomfortable asking some of my customers and clients about it, just because on a professional level, I'm just not sure that my company would be very happy about it. I have gotten the few people that I work with because we do have a small remote office here in Richmond. But for the most part, being new to Richmond, it's definitely been hard for me to stack up, a lot of participants in the survey. I really can't get on the phone and call my family in New England because I'm just not really sure how that would go over and do it all through the phone. But regardless, I will definitely have to make a last-ditch effort, if need be, at the end to stand on the corner and get my last 20 people. So, all said, I think the class is fantastic. Looking forward to taking much more classes on economics. For me, pursuing an MBA or possibly a JD is something that I've really started looking at in my young career here at school, but certainly something I'm taking very seriously and moving fast for school. And this side of the economics and the political process, I think, are a great thing. And for me, I think that one of those two roads is going to be really good. And I look forward to learning more over the next couple of weeks and jumping into the next book. So thanks for sitting with me for a few minutes, and I hope we all get the outcome we're looking for in November.